this question keeps coming up here, so I'm going to write this as one of the headlines on this, and that's Candida. You know, Candida is just a fungus or a yeast, same family, and molds are part of this family. This is a fermentation family. Remember beer and yeast, and so breads, a lot of yeast. So we use these yeasts. The thing is, this is all involved in fermentation. You really see this present in the course of your inability to break down complex sugars. Fruits are not complex sugars just because they taste sweet. I'll tell you this. Eat a diet of fruit for a while, then eat a piece of bread. And you'll see how much sweeter the bread is than the fruit. When you look at it chemically, grains have a lot more fructose and glucose bonds together than your fruit. Fruit is simple monosaccharides, which is simple saccharides or sugars. Your dextrose, maltose, these are di and poly. Di meaning two, poly meaning many, saccharides. In other words, glucose generally and fructose bonded multiple times. Makes for a real strong sugar. And it's kind of like we're talking about in proteins. When too many amino acids bond together, we call that protein. Body can't use a protein, can't use a starch, and can't use a fat. That simple. So Candida, don't worry about Candida so much, guys. Take an herbal formula. Don't do colloidal silver. Don't isolate chemistry and expect not to have a side effect. Some of the side effects aren't apparent for a while. Now, you know that guy walking around that looks blue, not the Blue Man Group, but the one guy from colloidal silver. I mean, that's scary. So you never know the far-reaching effects of isolating chemistry here. But Candida, use a parasite. Parasite M is our formula for fungal problems. But clean the sewer system out and avoid starches until you can fix your adrenal glands. Remember, cortisol is the sugar metabolism steroid. And when you're low in adrenal steroids, or cortisol particularly, then you tend to run a little hypoglycemia, a little low blood sugar, then ends up type 2 hyperglycemia. Simply means they're both the same. You don't metabolize sugars, and the fungal family is going to come in. And this is especially true if you put fruits also on top of vegetables. You're going to ferment the fruit sugars. Put watermelon on top of grains or fruit on top of cereal. You're going to ferment that fruit. Because cereals are much harder to digest than fruits, and whenever you hold up fruit sugar, it's going to ferment. Whatever you can't digest or metabolize is going to ferment, or it's going to putrefy, and so you're going to have a symptom from that. One of the symptoms is, of course, raising the blood sugar and blood alcohol level. I think I mentioned it on one of the videos, and forgive me if I repeat myself, because I just can't remember. I live in the now so much that I don't know what was yesterday. So there is that problem about living in the now, you know. What did I say? But there was a gentleman that had watermelon on top of oatmeal. He's an older guy. And later was arrested for DUI because the watermelon had fermented on top of the oatmeal, creating an elevated blood alcohol level, and I'm sure a blood sugar level. So if you're a diabetic, you want to separate all your categories, your fruits with your fruits, your vegetables with your vegetables, and I wouldn't eat anything else. So this Candida problem, just take your parasite formulas, go after that lymph system, and don't even think about it twice. Just keep on going, and you'll clean your lymph system right up.